Glad we have time there. Thank you. I was asked to speak about some current trends in commercial real estate in this part of Texas. And then I got inspired by all of the talk of AI, operating systems and vision, and a little bit on the entrepreneurship too. So I'm going to try to blend what is a current trend in Central Texas real estate with my expertise, which is in industrial real estate. I'll tell you about that in just a second. And then I'll tell you who the biggest operators of large scale manufacturing facilities leveraging AI are in my little part of the world here in the Austin region. Industrial real estate is something that I think many of you probably drive by and don't give a second look to. They're one-story buildings. They look like warehouses. You've seen those. You've probably driven 70 miles an hour by most of them. But more than a third of them aren't warehouses. They look like warehouses, but there's R&D. There's data centers. There's a lot of clean manufacturing, a lot of semiconductor manufacturing, and all kinds of technology development and prototype manufacturing, testing that's happening inside of those buildings. So my goal for this TED Talk is to pique your curiosity about what goes on in those buildings, because they don't have windows and you probably can't walk in without some kind of pass. So I want to tell you a little bit about two users. One who's building AI chips, semiconductors, and one who's consuming them. And so those examples are Samsung and Tesla. There's a relationship between those two companies here that's very real and exciting for our industry. You may not know that the Austin commercial real estate inventory is great. And what I mean by that is we have too much of it. It's a soft market. We're slowing down development, hoping to absorb vacancy. So when magic like this happens, which I'm about to tell you about, it's a good thing for our industry and it's a good thing for this job market. And for all of the things that we require from the infrastructure and property tax base, jobs and buildings, think of it that way. Samsung builds semiconductor chips. Applied Materials, by the way, another anchor in this town, builds the tools that build the chips. So Samsung may acquire tools from Applied Materials. Applied builds them on 290, takes them now out to Taylor, but also on Palmer, there are some fabs that Samsung owns. So think of those tools as very sophisticated manufacturing lines, silicon wafers in one side, AI, multi-layer smart chips out the backside. You probably read that Tesla is Samsung's first Taylor customer. And so in order to, everyone saw the big buildings go up and all the cranes and heard about the leveraging of the CHIPS Act to have that all come to be. All true and exciting, but from my perspective, only a commitment to be there a while. But when finished goods come out the back door, that's when the supply chain logistics really start humming, and we feel the impact as real estate people. Tesla agreed to acquire a massive amount of the next generation semiconductor chip from Samsung, so that those 6 or 7 million cars that are driving around the United States and something like I don't know, a multiple of that driving around the world can be the infrastructure to communicate back through AI. So I believe there's vision in that. There's certainly an operating system, right? So those computers, they're also automobiles, are beginning to learn how to drive autonomously. They're also capturing all sorts of information. And if you think about it, you wouldn't learn as much if you stayed in your dorm room, right? But you learn more as you move around. Especially as you move around a greater area, consume different things, strawberries and butterflies and all sorts of other moving objects. So Samsung builds the chips, Tesla puts them in the cars. Those two users have 20 million square feet here, which I don't know if you can get your head around that, but that in a 110 million square foot market, you can do the math, almost 20%. Those two users, if you added Applied to that, they're probably just over 20%. So that infrastructure here is changing the world. And pretty soon, those Teslas will be able to do a whole next level of new things. I don't know if this is good or bad, by the way, guys, but that infrastructure moving around in real time, capturing data, sharing it through an operating system, all of the vision that happens with cameras and sensors, and also all of the places you go, all of the things that you choose to do and not do, how long you stop, what you consume, who you pick up, all that stuff. You're trading those great flexibilities for the information that those tools will learn from you. That infrastructure will create new things in energy, new things in transportation. We probably won't have to touch the wheel anymore here in a little bit. So I wanted you to know, you read about those things, but they're a short drive away. You could also hop in one of those Waymos and get there with no problem, probably working along the way. So I hope that piqued your curiosity about Central Texas industrial real estate and how AI is being developed in this city and this region. Thank you.